beautiful people, my name is Jane and welcome back to my channel. So in this video we're going to be discussing the things that your man probably wants but will never ask. Now men always make it seem like women are weird people. We're these emotional, weird people that do weird things and we're just very hard to understand. But the truth is, men sometimes can be very weird. Like they do weird things that I don't know why. Like there are things they know they want, but being a man just doesn't makes it difficult for them to come out straight and say I want this or I want that. So these are the things that I feel like you should pay attention to, or you should try at least once or twice to see how your man reacts to them. So before we get into it, please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, hit the red subscribe button, turn on notifications so you know when I drop a new video, which are always on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Give this video a like because you're gonna like it. So now let's get into it. And the first thing on my list is he probably wants to be pampered. You know, like when some days you're like, okay, I've had a very stressful month, or I've had a very stressful week, and I just need to kick back, go to the spa, get a massage, get a pedicure and all that. He probably wants the same things. Like he would really appreciate you taking him to the spa, or you giving him a pedicure at home, as long as his boys doesn't get to hear that he got a pedicure and manicure and all that. He probably wants all those things. He wants to also kick back and relax and also feel like he's being taken care of. And most times, because he has this man, I don't want to say toxic masculinity or anything like that. I don't want to say that, but I feel like for some reason, for one reason or the other, because they feel like it's not manly to want to be pampered, want to kick back and just, not all men. There are some men that even they are more comfortable doing these things than women are. But I'm saying if your man is one of the ones that are not really comfortable, try to see if it's something that he likes. You can't just say let's go to the spa or stuff like that. Try it at home first and see how he responds to it. And if it's something you feel like should be incorporated into your love language and your love life, it could go a long way to also make him feel special and make him feel loved. The second one is he wants to be gorged on. You know how we women, when we get a new hairdo, let's say we do our hair or we buy new clothes or new shoe or new anything, we want our man to notice. We want our man to compliment us. We want our man to notice. It's the same way with your man. When he buys a new clothes or he dresses up to go out and he's looking all fine, make the effort to compliment him, to make him feel special, to make him feel like a king. It goes a long way in him being comfortable around you. Like some women find it very difficult to compliment their husbands, to compliment their partners, to say, to make him feel special. Just the same way you yourself, if you were to buy a new clothes and your husband just doesn't notice, or even if he notices, he's like, okay. The way it would hurt your feelings, I feel like most men, they might not show it, but it's like I've seen it. It's something that would make him feel a certain way. But if you're always complimenting him, always cheering him, when he buys a new shirt, he would feel the need to even come and ask you, so this new shirt, now what trouser do you think I should wear with it? I feel like that goes a long way in making your relationship not just the emotional, but also fun in a way. Be like husband and wife, but also be friends, right? So when he does a new thing, he gets a new hairdo, compliment the man, make him feel like, bring out that side of him that some men might be, all those stoic kind of men might pretend they don't enjoy it. But the truth is, the day you will know whether he enjoys it or not is the day you do not compliment him when he does something new. That's the day you will know whether he enjoys it or not. So, make the effort to, be interested in what he wears when he's leaving the house, how he dresses, compliment him, make him feel special. I feel like that will go a long way in, making your relationship solid. The next thing that he wants, well, probably not ask, is some of the things you say hurts his feeling. Hurts hurts his feelings, like makes him very emotional. But because he's a man, he'll probably not see them, or he'll probably not let you know the depth, to which what you said or what you did hurt him. He will be more comfortable discussing that with his friends, but he'll make it sound, like women and their whatever, like he's above it. But the truth is, he's really hurt. He might not really come out and say, they're not like most men are not like women, that when you hurt us, like we are more comfortable and we're more expressive. Not all of us, but some of us are very much like we're more expressive with our feelings, our emotions than men. Men tend to like downplay things because they feel like they're expected to. They are men, they're not supposed to complain, or they are not supposed to, be that expressive. To say, look, they'll be more comfortable ordering you not to do it, or not all men, but some men, they'll be more comfortable kind of like because they feel like they have to be in that role, they have to be in charge, even when being in charge does not necessarily express what's happened or how it made them feel, or wouldn't heal it, or I'm trying to say this the right way, heal or make it better, but they'll kind of like try to downplay, brush it, so it's not like you hurt my feelings, or I have feelings, or like the fact that you're a man doesn't mean you don't have feelings. One, number two, you being a man should not. I mean, these things start from small, like when we were still little, when as a little boy, when something happens and you're crying, they say, oh, shut up. You're a boy, be a boy, don't cry, boys don't cry. I mean, that is very toxic. That is very, very toxic. And for most of the guys that I know, that was their story growing up. Like that was how they were growing up. And now as adults, they find it very difficult to express their feelings. They find it difficult to be comfortable in their feelings. And if you look at these things, you see it affects your relationship with people, not just your wife or your partner, but even your children, right? Because that's something that you're used to and you feel like that's how it's supposed to be. You also tend to want to carry on the tradition. When you have your own children too, you want to tell your son not to cry, and I mean that's not healthy. Shady gets. So you as a woman, just know that even if he does not say it, even if he does not express it, he has feelings. And when things hurt men, some men, there are different ways that they vent. Some tend to get very passive aggressive. Some tend to get aggressive. Some tend to get disrespectful. Some, doing very toxic things instead of just coming out straight and saying, I was wronged, or I was hurt, or I didn't like this or that. They downplay it and then they let it out in a very toxic way. So if you're a man and you feel like this is you, please get help. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with you, but I'm saying there's a better way this can be done. So I'm not going to say just start from today, be expressive, be this, but look at yourself and ask yourself, like, am I really comfortable living my life like this? How is living my life like this affecting the people around me? Do I want to do better? And if you find that you actually want to do better, there are, ways that you can do that. You can try to talk it through with your partner. Hopefully your partner is somebody that can help you through it. You can also try therapy. You can try, because it's a gradual process, but on your own personally, even without therapy, even without talking, just try and know that there is nothing wrong with you being expressive and saying my feelings were hurt and I wouldn't want that to continue, or I would want that to change, without sounding like calm down. And you being a woman, because this video is for the woman in this person's life, is knowing even when they're encouraging him to be expressive. If something happens, I'm hoping that you're comfortable enough in your relationship to be able to get him comfortable enough to talk to you, to express his feelings. So just know that most times when he downplays things, he's actually louder than it is. The next thing on my list is, now this one, he would rather die before he agrees to the fact that he gets scared too. Yeah, he gets scared. Maybe not like kind of scared, but when he's about to embark on something new, on something that would, change your status, your family, change your, let's say he's starting a new job, or he's going for a contract, or anything. It doesn't even have to be this serious. Sometimes it's just trying out a new meal plan, a new diet plan. Some of these things makes him scared, right? He gets anxious, he gets nervous, he gets uncomfortable, but he would rather, he would die before admitting to the fact that he's scared. So when you notice these things, these are things that you're supposed to look out for. When you notice that he's anxious, or he's nervous, or he's scared, try as much as possible to calm his fears. Don't come out straight and say, I know that you're scared. Don't do it. No, don't come out and start saying, you don't have to be scared. Don't do that. You have already noticed it. Use the wisdom of a woman to, I don't know what that means, but use that. There's this thing that women have, right? Not all of them, but some of them, that they can be intuitive, right? Yeah, they can be intuitive, and they can also be very observant. And when they observe things, most times, like my mom, she wouldn't come out straight and start, but there is a way she comes, and starts talking to you. You yourself, you know that she's saying this because she knows this, or she has noticed this, or she's thinking this, but she will not come out straight and say it. So that's what I mean, basically. So don't start insinuating that he's scared, because then he would feel defensive. He would feel like you're threatening his manhood. He's being a man and all that. For some men, not all of them, but for the ones that are not very comfortable with these things, you can't come out straight and start telling him that you notice that he's nervous, that you notice that he's sweating on that AC. No, you can just try to lighten the mood. You can decide to make his favorite dish to celebrate his promotion, even though he has not got it. Just make him feel comfortable enough to know that you believe in him, you believe he's worth it, you believe he's good enough, you believe he's going to get it. And even if those people don't pick him, it's on them, it's their loss. I mean, for a man that is not insecure, if he's a man that is insecure, if you say if they don't take him, you take it as, you saying that they're not going to. But a man that is understanding knows that you're just trying to lighten the mood and make him know that he's enough. He's enough, and there is no reason, absolutely no reason why he should not get that job, that promotion. He's not going to kick ass in the meal plan or diet plan or whatever it is that he's embarking on. So when you notice these things, just try as much as possible to lighten the mood, lighten the load, because most times they feel like, because they are men, they have been conditioned to feel like they have to be strong for everybody. They have to be they have to be all that for everybody, and nobody has to be all that for them. And I feel like, me personally, I feel like it's too much. The best thing that you can do for your partner is to be able to lighten the load any way you can. Having said that, the next one on my list is he likes attention, basically. So this one mostly is for married couples, couples that have children. I know once you have children, it's not always the same. Don't ask how I know. I have sisters, I have a mother, I have friends that are married. So I know that when you get married and it's just you and your partner, it's like heaven. It's like this unending honeymoon until children get into the picture. And then you have to divide your attention between your children and your husband. And I'm just going to say something a friend of mine said to me one time. He said, children will come after 18 years. They will move out of the house and you'll be stuck with me. So you better treat me right, even when the children are there, because so that when they are not there, okay, what I'm saying basically is the fact that you have children does not mean you get to neglect your husband or you get to neglect your marriage. It gets difficult because it's not easy having somebody that is dependent on you 24 hours, 7 days a week. Like, having a child is difficult, which is why it's good if you can afford help to have help. It's very important. If you're a man and you feel like a woman should not have help, it goes a long way in helping you in your relationship, so that when work is delegated and you too, that you're a man in the house, try to help out with the kids, try to help out with the chores any way you can. I know you probably say, so I'll probably have to work and do this and do that and still get. Any way you can, nothing is too late. So just try to, if being in the kitchen with your wife at night, doing dishes makes her finish early enough to come to bed and give you some TLC, instead of, she has to do all these things, and then when she comes to bed, it's like she's too tired to, and then you're complaining that your marriage is not this, is not that, is not. Sure, you're getting what I'm trying to say. So, in as much as, we're a family now, there are children in the picture, there's work, there's business, there's this, there's that. Also, have some time to work on your marriage. Also, have some time for your man, for your woman. Create that time, because it gets to a point where it doesn't happen automatically anymore. You have to like put in extra work to be able to still keep the fire burning with each other. So most times he might want to get intimate, or he might want to, but he's not comfortable enough to say it, because he feels like, instead of coming out straight and saying, he'd be like, why are you yawning? Are you tired? Just come out straight and say, this is what you have. But some men don't care. They would still say it. Like when it comes to that, they are not that very reluctant. But some would still, because they have been looking at you, they feel like you're tired, or you're this, or you're that, or you're not in the mood, then they are not like forward. What I'm saying basically is a man shouldn't always, especially in a marriage, a man shouldn't always be the one to make the first move in the bedroom. You get me? So I don't think it's like that anymore, but most people are not comfortable being the ones to make the first move. So know today that sometimes you also need to let your man know that you want him like that. If you're married though, please people should not come for me. So having said all that, I'm going to end on this note. Like, be more observant, be more watch your man, watch him, try to learn him, try to hear the things that he's not saying, because one way or the other he will still express it, maybe with behavior or with, I'm not saying run after somebody that will just keep giving you like emotional stress or stuff like that, but what I'm saying is that most times they actually want things, but they are not just comfortable enough coming out and saying it. So for those things you might need to work a little harder. And you, the man, when a woman is making all these efforts to try to be observant, to try to be there for you like that, acknowledge her efforts, acknowledge everything that she's doing, because a woman that does not love you will not go through all this. So if you have somebody that is going through all this for you, acknowledge her. And if you were not open before, if she's been encouraging for you to be, try to open up. Try. The fact that you're a man does not mean that you should be toxic, or that you should be unavailable, especially when you're with somebody that loves you, right? So it goes both ways, so that we'll all have very nice, beautiful lives, beautiful relationships, and there's too much pain outside in the world. You don't have to come back home and still have to deal with pain, or still have to deal with a man being unavailable or acting like he's uninterested, even though he is. So if there are things that you want, that you need, that will make your relationship better, come out and talk to your woman. Express yourself. There's one thing I forgot to mention, and that is financial support. Most men and women, most couples don't talk about they don't make better financial plans. Like before they get married, like what kind of woman are you expecting? Are you expecting the woman that would, support you financially? Are you expecting the woman that would, what kind of woman are you looking for? Most men are not comfortable having this conversation. And then there are the ones that also would not have this conversation and tell the woman, I don't want you to work. What I need basically is for you to stay at home and take care of the family. These are things that you're supposed to talk about before you get married. So if your man does not initiate this conversation, please do well to initiate it, because it will go a long way in the future in giving you peace of mind. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for watching it till the end. I really appreciate having you here. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, what are you doing now? Hey, hit the red subscribe button. Turn on notifications so you know when I drop a new video, which are always on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And give this video a like because you liked it. I like it too. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.